Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. I'm just sitting here all cozy and stuff, so I hope you can get cozy, grab your glass of water, your hot tea, and let's talk. What I want to talk about today is mental health, a section of mental health awareness. Here's a scenario that I just wanted to talk about briefly. So, a child has done their KCSE or KCPE and they didn't do as well, or rather, they failed as per the current education system. Maybe they got 100 marks, maybe they got 150 or 200, or maybe they got a D or an F. So the child is now not eating, the child is not talking, they're very sad, they're locking themselves in their room, they're not interacting with their peers. And now they're having thoughts of not wanting to be alive anymore, not wanting to do life anymore. What do you do as a parent? So that's what we want to talk about. I feel like this is a topic that is hardly brought up about, and a lot of times maybe a lot of parents don't even know what to bring about, like iko nini wapi shida. But the more we talk about these things, the more we become aware, and the more we are able to watch and look at what signs can turn into issues and handle them. So anyway, here's my take. As a parent, you want to be supportive to this child. You want to be available. You want to reassure them that you love them no matter what, whether they have an A or they have a D or they have an F. You want to reassure them that you love them no matter what, because kids and even adults, some adults later in life, you kind of live your life seeking the approval of your parents, whether you know it or you don't. So if a child has failed, apart from being disappointed in themselves, they feel like they've let the parents down. As a parent, you're paying school fees and you're trying to provide whatever you can for them to succeed. And then, oh, here they are with almost nothing to show for it. So, and I know by the standards of our school system, we have this pass fail or this marks, and if you haven't done so well, it suggests that ni kama umemaliziwa, like you're done. And I'm not here to talk about the school system, not in this video. I just want to normalize addressing, if something is a little bit off, and recognizing that something is off in your child in situations like this. So as an adult or even as a child, if something you are working on, a project, a grade that you were hoping to get, if you were in college, a paper that you were working on for so long and you put so much into, if it doesn't turn out to be as good as you wanted, you feel disappointed. You even are upset. You might even be a little bit sad. It could be something that you put a lot of money in. I remember a long time ago when they first came up with all these things about pyramid schemes. And people did not know these were pyramid schemes. They were like, get rich quick. Unapatiana pesa yako, unaambiwa you put like 2K today, and then next week unapatiwa ni 4K. You're like, oh my God, that's better than any bank I know. That's better than any investment I know. And so people are even selling things. I hope it doesn't happen anymore. I know it happened a lot. But anyway, you find people selling so much, even giving up their life savings to go and invest in this business, aka pyramid schemes. And then these owners of this con men and con women, once they've gathered enough people and enough money, vamoose, like they disappear, utaona tena. Sasa umebaki na hapo like, oh my God, nimepeana my golden handshake ama my life savings, utaanzia wapi? utaanzia wapi? So you get disappointed. I mean, I know things like those pyramid schemes where people put so much money, they even send people into depression. But what I'm trying to say is disappointments happen in life, and we get sad, we get upset, and that's okay. It's normal sad feeling, but then we get up and figure the next plan, whether it's plan B, plan C, or plan Z for you. Then you pick yourself up and you keep it moving. But where you draw the line, if it's when now somebody can't get up, somebody can't eat, they can't bathe themselves, they can't clean up. Now we are crossing territories that need special attention. Let's get back to the child. So as a parent, you're supposed to be there, reassure them that you love them no matter what. And also try and find out what circumstances led to this child not performing so well. Mulikuwa pahali penye hakuna taa for them to do their homework? Was there enough food? Basically, was there enough basic needs for this child? They were able to perform well? Do they have test taking anxiety? Kuna wale like ukisikia tu ni exam, woi, unasikia tumbo ma butterflies, unasikia ni kama utahara, you know? So do they have test anxiety? Do they have test taking like or learning disability? Ama ni wale wako slow, they know it, they can get it, but they need more time. But our system right now perhaps doesn't accommodate people with learning disability, not necessarily a disability, but like learning disability. I would call it like dyslexia. So what are the issues surrounding what they bullied at school? You know, is everything okay at home? Do they have all the resources that they need to get them to succeed? Do they have enough textbooks? You know, ama walikuwa nafukuzwa kila siku, ama every time unafukuzwa school fees. Na vile yaki manini, some headmasters and headmistresses wanapenda kufukuza watu wakati wa exam. Unafukuza mtoto nyumbani karibu exam. Unaona ati parents wataona ni kama wasimiss exam, let me go and hustle and find this money and send them home. Anyway, so once you found out what was the issue, so now you want to address it going forward. What is best for this child? So only you as a parent know what kind of child you have. Is it mchezo alicheza last minute akaanguka, but is somebody who has potential? Is it somebody who would do better repeat the class? Is it somebody who would do better? Because sometimes a lot of times unakuta high school, watu wanacheza sana. And then when they get, not high school, unakuta primary school, people play a lot. Or kids play a lot. But then when they get to high school, compare. Unakuta mtu ameamka asubuhi umeenda preps, unasoma, wengine hata hawakuli. Uko tu masamu unakuja unakula, you inhale the githeri ama whatever you're being fed in school. Ndio uende class usome. So in high school, people like wake up and they're like, ooh, actually, you mean nikisoma, nikirevise vizuri, I can pass? And then they pick up. So even somebody who got almost nothing can really do well in high school. So unaangalia what kind of kid are they? How would they best benefit? Kama kulikuwa na some resources that were lacking. So, okay, how can I best provide these resources for this kid so that they can excel in the next stage in their learning process? And then you do that. So have a talk with this child. Find out what did they lack? What do they need right now? So that you know how you can be of help for your child. So moving along. So now the kid is, when they start talking about, I don't want to live anymore, I don't want this life anymore, they feel like a failure. It's lots of feelings of hopelessness. Now they're not eating, they're not drinking, they're not engaging in normal activities, am I engaging with their peers? So you definitely, as a parent, you would know when your child has shifted from their normal self into like something that you don't even recognize. And now you're counting days, maybe even over a week. You're like, something is not off. And this is beyond the initial, the disappointment, or sikufanya poa, what next? You're like, something is off. And when your gut tells you that something is off, believe your gut. Something is off.